Hey, Andy here from builderhottub.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about plunge pool and cocktail pool plumbing kits. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so if you're building your own DIY cocktail or plunge pool in your backyard, then you're going to need some plumbing. And you may have already, if you haven't, I'll put a link underneath this video, purchased my designs and guides and plumbing diagrams for building your own cocktail pool or plunge pool. And you may be thinking, well, now what about the plumbing? Of course, there's lots of information about those parts in those packages. However, in this video, I'm going to talk about the pieces of kit that you are going to need for your DIY cocktail or plunge pool. Now, before I do that, always a great opportunity to say, please do subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon to be notified when my videos go live. I do 2 long form videos just like this every single week, a whole bunch of shorts, and everything on my channel focuses on DIY hot tubs, plunge pools, parts, and pretty much everything in between. Right, so with that out of the way, let's get back to plunge pool plumbing kits. What are the components? Well, it's pretty straightforward. You're going to need a pump, you're going to need a filter, you're going to need a couple of hot water returns, you're going to need some inward suction from a skimmer and a couple of bottom drains, and then potentially you could have a heater in there as well. So there isn't a huge amount of kit that you actually need for your plunge pool. However, sizing it correctly is really important. Also, the positioning of the pumps is really important as well. If you're using a hot tub style centrifugal pump, it needs to be below your waterline. If you're using a self-priming pool pump, then it can be above your waterline because a centrifugal pump can't suck air, whereas a self-priming pump can. So that's the main difference. If you put a centrifugal pump above the waterline, it's just not going to work and you're going to have all sorts of trouble. So how does the plumbing work? Well, the plumbing works very similar to a regular swimming pool. You have your inward suction. You normally put 2 drains, firstly for anti-entrapment. You would put one in if you're having a shallow end in the shallow, the second one in the deep. If not, and it's all one depth, then just space them as far apart as you possibly can. They should be connected together with a T and they should head over to the front of the pump. Now, on a more traditional swimming pool setup, you would also have a skimmer in there, and that would have its own suction lines that again would go to the front of the pump. At the front of the pump, you would have a manifold which would allow you to alter with a ball valve the balance of the suction from either the bottom of the pool or the top of the pool, so that on the skimmer, depending on what you need to filter. So if you have lots of debris and bits on the bottom of your pool, turn off the skimmer, put the suction fully onto the bottom drains, and it will suck all of that in and it'll get trapped in the filter. Conversely, if you've got lots of oils on the surface, you can turn off those bottom drains and then have the skimmer do all the work, pull all those oils in, have them caught in your filter medium, and then you can set it back to normal filtration. So from the pump, it heads over to your filter. Now, you may want to use a cartridge filter because they're cheaper, or you may want to use a sand filter because they're more common in a swimming pool and they're better, arguably, for larger bodies of water. So it's totally up to you which method you opt for the filtration, but that needs to be after the pump. And then after the filter comes the heater, if you're going to have one. Doesn't matter what the heater is, whether it's electric, gas, propane, air source, that comes after the filter and it's on the discharge side of the pump. After the heater, you're then on your way back to the pool with those hot water returns. Now, if you're going to use any kind of a salt system or UV or anything like that, that kind of a sanitation system needs to be the last thing in line from your control room or your pool pad before you head back over to the pool. So it isn't really rocket science, the actual plumbing kits that you need for a cocktail pool or a plunge pool. However, getting all the kit that's going to match and work together, I've made it nice and easy for you, and underneath this video are some links to those in my store. I've got some different options depending on, firstly, your budget and the style of kit that you want, but I'll put those underneath this video. So go ahead and check them out. If I can help you at all with your own DIY hot tub or plunge pool, again, get in touch. I've got loads of plans, loads of designs, and those kits as well. Hopefully you found this short video useful. As always, I appreciate the view. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. If you've liked this video, please do like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you on the next video.